Hello student, once again as a part 2 we are starting here the making of global world, a world economic take shape. Okay, listen very carefully. A world economic take shape, population growth had increased the demand for the food grains in Britain, and the urban centers expanded, industries grew, the demand for the agriculture product went up, pushing up agriculture prices. The law allowing the government to restrict the import of corn were popularly known as Corn Law. There was a very poor harvest in 1816. This caused food prices increased rapidly. The industrial workers started demanding higher wages due to the higher food prices. There were food riots all over the Britain. We have already seen in a scrapping of the Corn Law. Now, what was the impact of the scrapping the Corn Law? After the abolition of the Corn Law, food could be imported into Britain more cheaply than it could be reproduced within the country. The British agriculturalists were unable to compete with imports. Vast areas of the land were now left uncultivated, and thousands of men and women were thrown out of the work. They flocked of the cities were migrated over the seas. Okay. Next, due to fall in prices, consumption of the food grains in Britain rose. Many countries of the world, like the Russia, America, Australia, some Eastern European countries, uh, started exporting food grains to Britain. Now we will see here what its impact on the England. New harbors were built and the old ones expanded to ship the new cargoes. Capital flowed from financial centers such as London. Nearly 50 million people left Europe for America and Australia in 19th centuries. By 1890, a global agricultural economy had taken shape. The canal colonies, as areas irrigated by the new canal were settled by peasants from other parts of Punjab, and nearly 60% of trade comprised of the primary products, that is agriculture products and minerals. Now next topic we will discuss here the role of technology. Railway, steam engines, ship, telegraph were important inventions. Colonization stimulated new investment and improvement in transport. The invention of the refrigerated ship had the following advantages: the reduced shipping cost and lowered meat prices in Europe. The poor in Europe could now consume a more varied diet. The monotonous of the bread or potatoes, now many through not at all could add meat, butter, or eggs in their diet. Better living condition promoted social peace. Okay, this one is for from the role of technology. If we see here, late 19th century's colonizations, the process of globalization was responsible for the colonialism. The impact of colonialism: most of the colonies lost their political freedom. The continent of Africa was divided on the paper in conference hall in Europe. It brought about many painful economic, social, and ecological changes. Belgium, Germany became new colonial power. Okay, in these conditions, impact of colonialism. Now next, rinderpest and or the cattle plague here. Rinderpest or the cattle plague. In Africa in 1890, rinderpest, a fast spreading disease or cattle plague, transformed the people's life. When the Europeans arrived in Africa, they found that the people were not ready to work as laborers because Africa had abundant land, had a relatively small population. In late 19th centuries, Africa were few consumer goods that wages could buy. Foreigners used the following methods to recruit the retained labor. Heavy taxes were imposed, which could be paid only by the working for the wages on plantation and mines. Inheritance laws were changed so that the peasants were displaced from land. Mines workers were enclosed in compounds and not allowed to move about freely. A spreading of the render pest and its impact there. The rinderpest arrived in Africa in late 1880. This disease killed 90% of cattle, which were main wealth of the African people. So planters, mines owners, and colonial governments now successfully monopolized the control over the scarce resource of the cattle. This enabled European colonizers to conquer, subdue Africa there. Okay. Next point we will discuss here about indentured labor migration from India. The example of indentured labor migration from India also illustrates the two-sided nature of the 19th century's world. Hundreds of thousands of Indian Chinese laborers went to work on plantation, in mines, and in roads and in railway construction site. Most of the indentured workers came from the present day of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, central India, and district of the Tamil Nadu. And mid in the 19th centuries, due to the arrival of the Britishers, these regions experienced many changes, which forced the people to migrate in search of work. Due to industrialization and cottage industry had declined due to commercialization or agriculture, land had there were shortage of land and lands were cleared for the mines and plantation. In the 19th centuries, indentured had been described as a new system of slavery because of the following reason. Living and working conditions were harassed. Workers had no legal rights. They were paid less wages. They were treated as slaves. Workers discovered their own ways to surviving. Many of the indentured laborers escaped from the jungles. They started celebrating festival like the Hazi, that means Imam Hussain Hazi. Many of the migrants joined for the became part of the Rastafarianism, and they started ascertaining and their ways of the enjoyment like the chutney music there. They developed a new culture which was blend of the local culture with the new native culture which performed by. Okay, next topic we will discuss here, Indian entrepreneur abroad. Okay, thanks.